Hey everybody, it is tea time with the diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Keefe D. Keefe D is the person that was on these YouTube streets and social media, and he wrote a book bragging about the fact that he knew exactly who took Tupac's life, who unalived him. He said he was there. He was in the car. He knows exactly what happened. Ran his mouth. See, everybody's a gangster and a thug until it's time to do that jail time or that prison time. Walking around like they the man. They got street cred. All of that. Bragging and bragging and bragging. Keefe D did tons of interviews. And like I said, wrote a book. But now that he's behind bars, he got a different story. He's singing a different tune. Talking about he innocent. Speak to Suge Knight. You want us to speak to Suge Knight when you came out of your own mouth and said you was there over and over and over again. Wrote a book about it, how you was there. You thought it was a joke to constantly tell the story about how you was present for another man's unaliving. And now that you see jail ain't no joke, especially in your senior citizen years, you want to get out. So now you want to say, I'm innocent. I did it all for money. It was all lies. Well, your lies is going to cost you, sir. You're going to do time. Instead of you being home, sitting on your porch in your senior years, or maybe being at the old folks home or in an adult community, you're going to be behind bars. You played yourself, sir. Don't come to us now talking about we should speak to another whole criminal that's doing 20 years to whatever life, I think, or whatever a Suge Knight sentence is. We're not calling Suge Knight. No, we're not, sir. You did this to yourself. Now sit there, eat that prison food, beg your wife, your son, your kids, your uncles, whoever, to put money on your books because you're not getting out. Now listen, guys, we're going to get more into this story right after this. Guys, it's freezing in my house. I'm waiting for the people to come and check and see what's going on with my heat. Okay, so you might hear my little miniature heater here in the background, but I can't shut it off because I'm cold. But anyway, let's get right into this Keefe D story. He's a joke. He's a joke. So he said, I'm innocent. Keefe D requests bail, saying he made up Tupac murder claims for cash and only living witness Suge Knight knows the truth. Well, you know the truth, boo. You knew the truth when you was going on the live TV, this one, that one, and that one, sitting back, laughing, talking about, running your mouth. Well, your mouth put out a message that your butt can't cash, okay? The Tupac suspect says interviews he bragged about his involvement in the unaliving were for entertainment purposes only. No, people was believing and feeding into every word you said. And you was talking about a man that many people liked. And then his family had to sit there and listen to you say over and over and over again that you were part of the problem. Tupac Shakur's suspect Keefe D has made a bid for freedom, saying he made up claims about the rappers, unaliving for money, and that the only living witness and surviving victim, Suge Knight, knows he wasn't responsible for the situation. Death Row Records boss Suge and Tupac were pow-powed while driving in Las Vegas 27 years ago. I can't believe it was that long ago. And the iconic rapper died a few days later from his injuries. Keefe D, real name Dwayne Davis, was arrested in September after boasting about his role in the assassination in a series of YouTube videos and a book called Compton Street Legend. In a 33-page bail application obtained by the U.S. Sun, Keefe said he only spoke about Tupac's pow-powing for entertainment purposes and because he saw others profiting from the case. So, what that saying? They say monkey see, monkey do. Well, now you got in trouble, you big dummy. He pointed to Suge as the person who could prove his innocence. Requesting bail to be set at approximately $100,000, his lawyer said in the application the most compelling evidence that Dwayne was not involved in the unaliving of Tupac Shakur comes from the mouth of the surviving victim and only living eyewitness, Marion Suge Knight. Knight is currently incarcerated in a California prison. Knight was interviewed over the phone by TMZ after Dwayne was arrested in the case. During the interview, Knight was asked, they seem to be saying that Orlando was the pow-pow and Keefe D was in on it, that he had full knowledge of what was going down, and it was revenge for Orlando getting beat up by Tupac and his team at the MGM after the Tyson fight. They asked him, is this correct? Suge Knight goes, no. Then who pow Tupac? It wasn't Anderson, and that's all I got to say about that. Well, Keefe, why are you trying to point us, to Suge Knight, and he ain't really going to say much. He going to do circles. We don't got time for circles. You either going to give us the truth or the facts, or you're going to shut up. Like they said, leave it on the playground if you ain't ready to say names. Keefe's lawyers argued that the two men played football together as kids and knew each other well, saying despite being the only living witness and a surviving victim, the state did not have Knight testify before the grand jury. Knight's public statements have refuted Dwayne's alleged version of events, as recited in the book Compton Street Legend and in the YouTube interviews. Knight and Dwayne grew up playing football together in Compton. They played on the same team. Knight's father and uncle were the coaches. They known each other for approximately 50 years. If Dwayne's story in the book was true, that him and Knight locked eyes before Shakur was pow-pow, Knight would have been able to identify Dwayne and Anderson. They dismissed testimony from the other witnesses at the grand jury, which decided to prosecute Keefe as hearsay and speculative. Listen, we're not speculating. No, sir. You out of your own mouth. You didn't say when you was doing the interviews that this was entertainment purposes only. No, you did not. So people took it as the truth. So should we believe your lie then or your lie now? Which you want us to do? No, you staying behind the bars. Keefe said he only decided to write the book and give YouTube interviews after seeing the LAPD detective Greg, who had interviewed him about Tupac, was seemingly profiting from the situation. Immunity deal. When Keefe was facing federal drug charges, a task force which included Greg, persuaded him to admit to Tupac's murder in return for immunity, according to the court document. The tape confession was later leaked. The task force threatened he would go to prison for life unless he admitted to the involvement in Shakur's death, the bail application stated. When Dwayne was offered immunity in exchange for admitting to being involved in the death of Shakur. That's because at that time people were on their back to solve this case. So Keefe, if they kind of coerced you into admitting to this, why didn't you leave it there? Why did you run with it and write a book and then start to talk about it in all these interviews? Information from this immunity deal was released into the public by Greg. Okay, Greg secretly recorded one of the interviews and went on to write a book and a movie and to produce a miniseries from this secret recording. Dwayne decided to become involved with the publishing of the book, Compton Street Legend, and to give interviews for money after watching Greg profit from the situation. They added, it has not been established which parts of the book, if any, Dwayne wrote. Keefe's lawyers have requested that he be released on house arrest with electronic monitoring until his trial, saying he is not a threat to the community. Additionally, he is not a flight risk. And they said he turned his life around. They argued he turned his life around and left the drug game in 2009, got a job, and became a well-regarded member of the community. They added that he suffered from colon cancer and heart problems before he was jailed, and his health has declined since he's been behind bars due to lack of exercise. Well, listen, maybe a lot of people I've seen come out of jail, they come out of jail buffed and jacked. So they got go to the yard. Is that what they call it? Go to the yard and exercise, and maybe have one of your fellow jailmates teach you how to do a squat or two or a push-up with the equipment they got in the jail. Or a lot of them do maybe calisthenics. I don't know, Keefe, figured it out. Fewer medical appointments and unhealthy meals that barely pass as food. Now, I will say this. I'm going to say this, and this is with all honesty. I do not think it's right just because you jail, they should be able to feed you whatever. And I don't think is right. But you know what, Keefe? Maybe you are in jail for a reason, and you got to start writing letters to the government and stuff, asking them to give you better food. But no, we're not letting you out. They had going on the run would be a death sentence for him. Keefe has pleaded not guilty to murder, and the trial is set to take place in June of next year. So you know what? I feel like that 2024 is still going to be a whole lot for a whole lot of people too. I mean, 2023 was horrific for a lot of celebrities. It seems like their tragedy is going to drag on into 2024. It seems like 2024 is going to be a day of reckoning for many. Oh, this thing is never going to end for them. Well, to God be the glory. I had a good 2023 and looking forward to a good 2024. You reap what you sow. Plant good seeds and you will get goodness back. You plant evilness, dirt, and you want to do anything for money. Well, here you are, sir. Now you in jail because you want to do anything for money. I don't know what to tell you. You feel sorry for Keefe D? Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, thanks for watching and welcome back. Everybody, hit the like button and listen. I'll see you on the next video.